New Perspectives on Computer Concepts 2013, Chapter 7, The Web and Email. In this video, you will learn about web technology, search engines, e-commerce, email, web and email security. Section A, Web Technology. In this section, you will learn about web basics, HTML, HTTP, web browsers, cookies, web page authoring, HTML scripts. The web is a collection of document, image, video, and sound files. Web 2.0 and Web 3.0 are terms used to characterize these new and innovative ways of using the web. A website contains a collection of related information. A web server accepts requests from browsers. A web page is the product or output of one or more web-based files displayed in a format similar to a page in a book. A web browser is client software that displays web page elements and handles links between pages. Every web page has a unique address called a URL. HTML is a set of specifications for creating documents that a browser can display as a web page. HTML is a type of markup language. Some features and extensions of HTML include HTML tags, HTML5, XHTML, and HTML document. This figure shows an HTML document and web page. The HTML document, shown on top, contains text and HTML tags. Formatting tags are used to change the font size and separate paragraphs. Other tags add graphics and links to a page. The HTML document produces a web page shown on the bottom. This figure shows how HTTP messages flow between a browser and a web server. Popular browsers include Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, Apple Safari, and Google Chrome. It is a good idea to upgrade when a new version of your browser becomes available. If your browser does not have built-in support for a file format required to display or play a web page element, you can usually download the necessary software. A plugin is a program that extends a browser's ability to work with file formats. Cookies are small chunks of data generated by a web server and stored in a text file on the computer's hard disk. Cookies fix problems caused by HTTP's stateless protocol and are relatively safe. Your computer does not have to accept cookies. You can use HTML conversion utilities, online web authoring tools, web authoring software such as Adobe Dreamweaver, and text editors to author web pages. HTML scripts can perform specific actions or respond to specific user actions. HTML forms, server-side scripts, client-side scripts, Java applets, ActionScript, and ActiveX controls are examples of HTML scripts. Digital certificates are used to indicate a trusted source. Section B, Search Engines. In this section, you will learn about search engine basics, formulating searches, citing web-based source material. A web search engine is a program designed to help people locate information on the web by formulating simple keyword queries. A web crawler is a computer program that is automated to methodically visit websites. A search engine indexer is software that pulls keywords from a web page and stores them in an index database. A search engine's query processor looks for your search terms in search engine's indexed database and returns a list of relevant websites. Link popularity is measured by quantity and quality of links from one web page to others. A meta keyword is entered into a header section of a web page when it is created and is supposed to describe the page contents. Keyword stuffing describes the process of loading a web page with keywords for the sole purpose of obtaining higher search engine results. Most search engines work with keyword queries in which you enter one or more words, called search terms. A search operator is a word or symbol that describes a relationship between search terms and thereby helps you create a more focused query. This figure describes how to copy a passage of text from a web page. Highlight the text, right-click it, then select Copy. Next, switch to your own document and use the Paste option. Section C, E-commerce. In this section, you will learn about e-commerce basics, e-commerce site technology, online payment. E-commerce is business transactions conducted electronically over a computer network. The four most common e-commerce business models are B2C, business to consumer, C2C, consumer to consumer, B2B, business to business, and B2G, business to government. E-commerce enhances traditional business models. There are various styles of online advertisements, including banner ads, hover ads, and pop-up ads. Click-through rate is one way ad penetration can be measured. Ad blocking software prevents ads from appearing on screens. E-commerce offers some unique advantages over brick-and-mortar stores and mail-order catalogs, allowing you to easily search for merchandise and compare prices and products. Two popular e-commerce models are B2C and C2C. This figure illustrates how shopping cart items can be stored in a cookie. This figure illustrates how shopping cart items can be stored in a server-side database. At C2C auction and online classified advertising e-commerce sites, consumers offer goods and services to other consumers. C2C sites are hosted by an e-commerce provider, such as eBay or Craigslist. Typically, a C2C site uses email forwarding to protect participants' privacy. The most popular ways to make online payments include submitting your credit card number directly to a merchant and using a third-party payment service such as PayPal. Online shoppers are justifiably worried that personal information and credit card numbers supplied in the course of an e-commerce transaction might be hijacked and used inappropriately. A secure connection encrypts the data transmitted between your computer and a website. SSL, Secure Sockets Layer, TLS, Transport Layer Security, and HTTPS, Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure, are examples of Internet security protocols. Person-to-person payments are an alternative to credit cards. The payment service is the only entity that sees your credit card number. Section D, Email. In this section, you will learn about email overview, local email, webmail, email attachments, netiquette. An email message is an electronic document transmitted over a computer network. The computers and software that provide email services form an email system. An email server acts as a central post office for a group of people. A message header is divided into fields that contain the sender's email address, the recipient's address, a subject line, and the date and time the message was written. To use an email system, you need an internet connection, email account, email software such as an email client or webmail. When you use local email, an email server stores your incoming messages until you launch your email client and get your mail. Local email is based on store and forward technology. POP3, IMAP, and SMTP are examples of email protocols. Webmail is typically a free service accessed using a browser. Email attachments are files that travel with an email message. Email software converts email attachments using a process called MIME. When working with attachments, keep the following points in mind. Don't send huge attachments. Explain all attachments. Don't open suspicious attachments. You can save attachments. You might have to download a plugin or player. This figure lists the principles of netiquette. Section E, Web and Email Security. In this section, you will learn about cookie exploits, spam, phishing, fake sites. An ad-serving cookie can select and display ads that might interest you. A flash cookie, also called a local shared object, is the flash equivalent of a conventional web cookie. A web bug or clear GIF is typically a 1x1 pixel graphic embedded in a web page or email message. It is almost invisible due to its size and is designed to track who's reading the web page or email. Anti-spyware is a type of security software designed to identify and neutralize web bugs, ad-serving cookies, and other spyware. Individuals who prefer not to leave a trail of their internet activities surf through an anonymous proxy service, which uses an intermediary